Yep, it's another entry on the Tiger 1 Coen group build. And of course, I'm doing a Tiger 1. I got my hands on the initial production version from Dragon. I'm not going to go through the whole box. I'm certainly not going to do a review of it. It's being shown, there's a couple other people doing it. What I'm going to do with this one, though, is actually inspired by the box art to a certain extent. I saw this, the media crew, or the propaganda crew, or team, and decided I liked that idea. But along with them, or those figures, you're not going to get a camera out without a general or two popping up, and it'll be their first opportunity to see this. So I'm going to build this into a diorama of it doing its first showing on the Eastern Front, pre-combat. So let me see if I've got anything else with this. There's a whole bunch of other stuff. I'll get back to some of this in a minute. But that's why some of you may remember the pimp wagon from the 6 Wheels or More. That's one of the rides. All the generals there to spy and get their first view of the new wonder weapon. Some drivers and stuff. Some spotting scopes, because it's going to be an evaluation of the gun's accuracy. So they're going to be looking downrange. And I've got all this stuff over here. The crew, which are all face down just now. Driver for a Kabul wagon. Some nicks and knacks. A table for blueprints and stuff to go on, boxes, briefcase, etc., etc. This is all the other stuff that's going in. Now, I didn't realize the kit included some brass and some crates until I had another look at it. So I picked this up, and I may use some of these from AFE Club. Put that aside for now. This is where the table and some other stuff came from. It'll go in the back of one of the trucks, just as sort of field equipment, and we'll be probably using that figure. Sorry. Most of the generals are out of this Dragon kit. I tried putting together their stereoscope, and it didn't work for me. So it's buggered, but all those figures will probably be in there. This one's from Master Box, and they'll probably be using one or two of the seated figures, but the female reservist or Ren type is definitely in. And this is where I got one of the stereoscopes from, or the stereoscope came from, was TriStar's kit. It's actually a really good one. It includes a jig so that you can get your tripod set up properly at the right height you want, and have them equally spaced apart. And the telescope one, the green one, is from the Tamiya Observers group. I had the stereoscope from that, and I'm not sure what I've done with it, so I picked up the TriStar kit. And the crew is another Dragon kit. I'm in the process of painting them. Sorry, I got this turned right around. They give you 6 figures, but at most you need 5. So I've got some options in there. And I am probably, if I can get the figures placed right to do that, sharing a bottle, I will. A celebratory bottle. So let's put some of this stuff out of the way. The other one to haul down the ammo and some extra people is just the Tamiya 6-wheeler. I can't even remember what it's called. I bashed this together in about a week. And it's just got some dull coat on it, no weathering. I'm going to wait and weather everything together so I get sort of a unified look. And a Kabul wagon Decals just went on this, so I'm going to wait for them to dry and then clear it one more time and put it aside. I've got a resin kit of a case of wine or a case of bottles, which is probably going to go sit on the rear deck and be responsible for the one that the crew was given. One of the generals allowing the crew to celebrate or be rewarded out of his personal stash. And again, I was going to use the AFE stuff, but this kit comes with it, along with, can't even get a shot in there, tiny little almost springs in those two little cups. No idea what they're for. The towing linchpins, quite impressive. I assume that's an antenna. Those are the guys that are going to be responsible, or are responsible for the whole makeup of things. Just two figures sent me down this wild path. As for the rest of it, magic tracks, good clean looking plastic, typical good late Dragon plastic. The instructions, well, they can look good, they can look bad, but I don't put any value until Dragon's instructions now until I'm actually done them. Simply because they can be inaccurate, or they can look great but don't actually provide the details you need, etc., etc. One thing I did notice was, where did it go? Coen was talking about a little piece on the radiator in his last video. This one's got it. I believe he's talking about G31, which looks like the top end of your radiator with the fill cap. Almost automotive. There's the grill, I presume, of your radiator. There's the top of the radiator and the fill cap. So that's what he's talking about in his video. So with that, again, some boxes, some ammo, some empty shells to litter the ground. And I've been busy over Christmas, very busy with work. So I've just been doing the figures hodgepodge, and I'm not even sure I'm going to start on this one right away because the next week will still be a holdover, or still have leftovers from Christmas to get through at work. So once I find some time, I'll start in on this. See you all in the group build and have fun.